Alright, welcome to Spore. I know there's a lot of videos about Spore, probably walkthroughs and all kinds of stuff. I'm just gonna give my shot at it. The version that you'll be seeing is the Creepy Creatures and Cute Creatures pack. It was a bonus disc that you have to buy to get bonus parts to make characters. And I also got the Galactic Adventures pack, which I still kind of don't know. I haven't really fully played throughout the whole thing to really understand it. But it basically allows you to have adventures when you hit the space age, and you can leave your ship and whatnot. Because they added that a while ago after a lot of complaints about I can't leave my ship. This is kind of boring. I still like the game, but I would like to leave my ship. The people who made this is EA, I think, and I think they also make Sims, which I have not played, but I am planning to. So, as you can see, this game is absolutely beautiful. The music in this is totally wonderful. This is the galaxy. This is, I don't know if this is our galaxy. Oh yes, yeah, this is our galaxy apparently. This is the Milky Way galaxy. And all of these are different worlds that you can create new species on, or you see I've already made a species, and I created it with my own world and everything. And you take them out from life, starts from a cell and to an evolved species. I like it because it has a history aspect to it that I think is amazing. So in that way, it's really cool. Apparently you can find Earth as a planet around here. It's happened. Go look on YouTube if you want to see it. I have not done it. And if you play around with the controls here. Hold on, I think there's something. Whatever. I used to be able to flip something, but I can't remember. So yeah. Along to that, you can also create creatures. Or anything really. You can create a adventure. You make adventures and stuff, and you can go play those and share it with other people. If you make an account with Spore, you can share your things. You can make a spaceship, a vehicle, and more vehicles. All these vehicles, and these options over here tell you what kind of thing it is. Once you reach the civilization stage, you are either formed as a military race, an economic race, or a religious race. And depending what race you are, it actually influences your buildings and your vehicles and stuff. And these are, well, not really your buildings, but it can if you want to. Buildings you can make, and there's different types of buildings, like you would see today. There's buildings you can make for entertainment uses, factory uses, and just homes, and a city hall. Then, this is the best part, which I think everybody enjoys, which is the creature creator. You can start off by making an early creature. This is when you actually play the game and you're done being a cell and you evolve legs and you go onto land, you make this early creature. Here, if you just want to play around making early creatures, you can go ahead and do that. And if you want to start a new game and you want to skip the cell stage, you can play that creature that you've made. However, you can't do that if you make a evolved creature, which sucks, because I've made some really awesome evolved creatures which I would love to play, but you can't do it like that apparently. I think you could do it with the tribes. After, as you know, if you look at people in evolution, after we evolved from apes and stuff, we became primitive man, and we started to form, like, talking, agriculture and all that. But not really a civilization yet. So you get to do that with your creature that you make, and make them a little more modern and have a little more structure. This is one of my favorite parts of the game. Ignore if you see any Skype things. Then you make a civilization character, like modern. This is more modern, just more sci-fi-ish, I guess. You just deck your creature out. You don't make a new creature, you just deck them out. Sorry. You just deck them out with, like, cool things. And if you have the Galactic Adventures, you get this extra one, which is a Captain Outfitter. So you get to choose a character you've already made, and you get to put all these extra really cool things on it. I'll show you that. I haven't been on here in a while. do I want to make a captain? You know what, before I do that, I should just show you how this goes. Make a creature. Because you don't get the limited. Okay, so when you start out, you get this blob. Sometimes it's blue, sometimes it's pink, sometimes it's, I don't know, and it's not even shaped like this. And you get to play with the spine. By moving the wheel of your mouse, you can make it fatter or smaller on the highlighted thing, and that changes the shape. You can also grab the desired point of the spine and make your creature tall, short, whatever you see in it. It's your sculpture, it's your idea. So what should I do with this guy? I'm gonna make him more humanoid-ish. It's still kind of creature-like. Thin that out a little bit. That doesn't look right to me. It's way too thin. Alright, that's different. Do you agree? I think that's different. And sometimes you can add a little more. This is not always the case. You reach a limit at some points where you can't add any more spine. You actually run out of spine to use, which I find strange. Okay, so here are the mobs you get if you just buy the Spore disc. If you buy the creepy and cute creatures, you get all these extra ones, which are very cool. This is a god game, for those who don't know. A god game is basically when you have control over everything you do. From Dust would be a god game, Sims would be a god game. I think there's a few others. I guess Zoo Tycoon would mildly be a god game. I'm not quite sure. So you can start out with a mouth. And it tells you that it has different mouths. If you choose anything up to here, your animal is a carnivore. It means it only eats meat. Also, you can see the things to the left. No, right of it. I'm sorry, it's late. That it shows you what the mouth is capable of. Its bite level, this one is capable of a maiden call. Its bite level is 5. It can help you charge, which is an ability that some body parts of your animal can use. And it's level 3. And it can sing, which is level 1. When you play the game, you have to either make friends or kill off other species. The parts you choose can help you do whatever. And as you know, the higher the number, the better the use. So, let's see. This is an omnivore, which is what we are. Fruit and... unless you're a vegetarian, but, you know, omnivores, we eat fruit and meat and vegetables and all that. So, and these mouths are pretty interesting. And then you just got herbivore, which is just eating plants. When you see the health signs, it also helps your health resistance. Resistance to, like, pain and... not pain, but, like, if you get wounded, it's harder for you to die. Which can happen in this game, and that really sucks. Let's see, what do I want? Let's do this. I don't make a lot of omnivores. Alright, so once you have a body part, you can scroll around. These buttons over here help you zoom out on your creature or whatever to get a better view. You hold down the left clicker part of your mouse to drag and move around. This part, this circle here, is the position of your head. You can only go up or down. So I'm gonna have them looking this way. And the fun part is the arrows. This one, as you can tell, it makes your snout go wider. This one is, well, longer. This one's wider. I'll make mine short. Let's see how that works. And this is to bring it up a bit more, which I like personally because it makes it look a lot more distorted and fun. I like that kind of. So yeah, okay, that's what I want for my guy. Also, before you do it, also kind of shows you, if you highlight over the arrow, it kind of shows you what you're going to do to the head. I'm going to move mine down a bit. And you could still fix the spine even if you put something on it. And it'll just kind of blend in. It takes a lot of skill to mess with these. Some people I've seen make great art out of these, and some, if you've ever watched PewDiePie, he did something with this. And I don't hate PewDiePie, I'm just going to say that right now. But that was interesting. What he made was really interesting. So you can go crazy like that too. There's no limits to your imagination with this. Unless you're playing the real game, in which case you have these, which you have to spend wisely on for your creature, because these cost spore money, but you have to think of it in like DNA, so you can only do so much to your creature. Alright, eyes. Fun fact, if you don't use eyes on your creature, your viewing in the game, when you play the game, your sight is very, very limited. So if I had eyes, I could see all of this. If I didn't, I would only see like around here, everything else would be shadow. It's interesting how that works. Let's see. Let's use these. I always like the combination of that. Looks like a Dr. Seuss character. You can also use this to move the eye, and depending on what eye it is and stuff, you can also do the other things you did to the snout, I believe. You can use this to control the direction. And if you click it and move the wheel of your mouse, you can also make it smaller or bigger. So I can make it this big. But I'm not going to, because I think that would be weird. I'm trying to make mine evolve. It's cool. I have no idea what I'm doing. Usually I have a plan when I'm making a monster, but this is weird. Then you have the option for a nose. If you don't have a nose, that's fine. It's not going to hurt you. I like to use noses just because I'm a nerd and I like to think of it as evolution aspects. And ears. Again, you don't have to have noses or ears. It doesn't make a difference, at least not that I've noticed. I'd use cat ears. I haven't used any cat ears in a while. Which also kind of look like elf ears. I have no idea what this is, but it's kind of cute. Alright, now you get to choose the arms and the legs. You don't have to have arms, but if you don't have arms with hands, you're not going to be able to grasp anything. Your character does grasp stuff. Like, if you want, in the game, you can pick up objects like shells or rocks or twigs, and you can use those as gifts, or you can throw it at other animals, which is quite amusing. So, I always use like these. Use something different. Which one's I go for? The legs are fun to play with too. You can always move them. If you move the feet, it brings the legs a little closer. That's not what I wanted. There's an undo button over here. If you don't like what that just happened. If you grab the ball of the ankle, it brings the legs closer. If you just drag it. But then you have to make sure the rest of it's aligned, which is a pain in the neck. Which I'm gonna do anyway, because I got issues. Oh no, I just brought it back. You know, I'm just gonna leave it. So, also, if you click on these orbs and you use the wheel of your mouse, again, scrolling up or down will make it smaller or bigger. So if I make the thigh really big, it's going to be very prominent. See how weird that looks? And if I make it small, it may not be, but you could do whatever you want. And then we need arms. Some of them are just crazy. Like, I think this one's like huge for no reason at all. If you make a smaller creature and you put these on it, it's just ridiculous. I've also noticed that if you want, you can just get legs and put it for arms, and then if you take a hand and put it where the feet should be, it will automatically become arms. I don't know how that works, or why it works like that, but it just does. Let's use Burly. Actually, no, I want this one. I'm gonna make something that I don't normally use. I don't normally use these. Looks like Toothless's arms. Just fatter. Or with more muscle, I have no idea. There. Sorry if I'm rambling a little bit. Oh, and the creepy creatures part. There's nothing cute about these, but these are all exoskeletons that if you want to make like a crab or a spider or a cricket or any type of arthropod kind of creature, you can use these, which I find really cool. See? And yeah, they are kind of creepy, I'm not gonna lie. And they come complete with graspers. Again, these are only available on the extra disc, which you have to buy separately. It doesn't come with the original Spore disc. So here's graspers. You can use these. Some of them can help pose. Pose is a thing that you can use to help gain friends. Sometimes they have health. This is cool. Health is just an added bonus if they do have it. They usually don't. Strike. You can use your hands to strike and use that as an attack move, which you can use in defense if you're an herbivore, or to kill other things if you're a carnivore. I'd say when I'm making a creature, it's good to have all of the abilities. I think because because you come across a lot of things during your travels, and it's better to be prepared than not. But again, you can go ahead and do whatever you want. Also, see, this is what I have already just from building what I have. See how this charge level is 3? Let's say I don't know, I don't have other charge one, but let's say if I have a charge one and it says 3, 2. And if I put that on the hands here, it won't make this number bigger. It's not going to put 3 and 3 together and make it 6. You have to get a level higher. So if there's a charge attack that's level 4 of whatever else, and you put that on here, then it will get bigger. I don't know why that works. I kind of hate how that works. Alright, so strike. These are weird. What hands do I not usually use? Let's see what's on the creepy creature. Here, there's actually some cute ones, I think. This one's weird. That one's... Let's see how this one works, actually. This will be interesting for an herbivore. Also, when you place feet and stuff, it gives you more points. It depends what you buy and stuff, but you can get more points from that. Like if you're selling an item or whatever in real life. You can also make the joints smaller so they don't stick out so much. That's interesting. How would you use that to grasp things? That's interesting. I don't like it. Mitten fist. Oh my god, that's adorable. Doesn't seem to work though. Nubby's adorable. That's interesting. I like these. I don't think I've ever used these before. I wish I could move them up. Sometimes they have the option where you can move the hands up. I don't know this, which makes me sad. Alright, let's see. Feet, they have their own abilities too. Speed, they increase your speed, some of them help you sprint, which you can see it is not an ability I have. If I have the ability to sprint, it's a thing that shows up on the bottom here when you're playing the game, and you can use that to run faster to get away from enemies. That comes in handy. Especially if you're an herbivore, because you don't have much protection. Speed is good. Dance is definitely a good thing, because when you're trying to get friends, and it's good to have a posse. You build up a posse of different animals after a while, and you know, it's good to have that because some other animals, bigger ones that are stronger than you, require that you dance. And you can use those to help you gain other friends. Even if you don't have the ability to dance at level 5 and you get a friend that does, if you're lucky, you can get another friend who that has a higher dance rate than you. And I'll show you how it all works out when I play the game. Jump is okay. You can use that sometimes. I don't see why it's that easy. I mean, why it's needed. I don't think it really is needed, personally. Let's do these. I don't think I've used hooves in a while. And these ones are interesting. He clearly likes them. Sometimes your character will show his dislike or like for whatever you put on him. Fix those. That looks interesting. Make it a little smaller, actually. Better. That's really something. Also, if you want him to stop moving, you can just click him. That usually helps. Just be careful not to touch any spines or something if you like the alignment. Now we go into weapons. Weapons are optional, I would say, but I think you really should use them. I only say optional because at this point, depending on what you get from before, you see I don't have any weapons yet. You know, I already have a bite capacity, which I think you should have anyway, but I already have a charge and a strike thing, which you can also get these for, but, you know, this is good for defense. I'm going to use something a little more to look at sporty. Spit is a poison thing. You get to spit poison at your enemies. Strike is just what it sounds like. You attack them. Charge is that you charge them. It's pretty self-explanatory. And what's cool about some of these, I like using the horns because you get to do all kinds of funky things with them. I'll show you what I can do with the elegant one. Again, and it's also kind of funny how you can make them into different positions and stuff. He's got one. It takes some getting used to kind of figure out how to get it somewhere else on his head. Even if you can do that, difficult. Okay, I'm just gonna put it on his neck. Or I mean on his tail. They look kind of good in his tail. So anyway, you can make it look ridiculous like that. You make it super pointy, super wide, and make it like wings. That's kind of cool. I like it like that, actually. And move the direction of it. It's really cool. Now, the circle, I don't know if I've explained. You just use it to rotate it. That's kind of cool, actually. I'm gonna leave it like that. Give him a unicorn horn. You can make it super pointy. And also, when you're doing stuff like this and it goes off the chart, you can always zoom out. And see its capability. Again, this is for movement. Fat. Tiny. Okay, this looks ridiculous. I want him to look ridiculous, but not that ridiculous. That's weird. Let's save that for unicorns. I should make a unicorn next. And, this one's not much. I mean, you could do all kinds of... I like this one. This one you can make all kinds of weird stuff with. Twist and twirl. Make it totally back like that. It's so cool. If you're ever making a dragon, or attempting, this would be a good thing to use. Or if you're making a devil or whatever. It strikes 5, it charges 5, bites 5. Let's see if I can add poison onto that. Add something subtle that you can put on his head. It looks like a hat. I'll just put this in the middle. Because it looks cool. So now I have all the defenses I need. And or weapons. If I want to kill something just for fun. Maybe I'm that kind of animal. Like a hippopotamus or something. Contrary to popular belief, all of these aquatic things down here don't help you swim. Your animal will drown. Even if you make it look aquatic, it will not swim. If it goes in deep water, it will drown it or get eaten. Just thought I should put that out there. Anyway, these are the accessories. Or, as it says, details. This is some of the useful stuff that you can use with your extra points. This one, it gives you sneak and charm. Charm is a thing that a lot of younger animals use, and a lot of animals use in general, just to gain friendship. Sneak is a great ability. If you want to get past an aggressive group of creatures, you should use sneak. And what it does, it makes you temporarily invisible for a short amount of time, and it allows you to go past there. And you can probably do that if, like, let's say there's a nest of bones in an aggressive animal's territory, and you need to explore that. Use sneak. And what I mean by nest of bones, all over the game, you need to collect nests of bones. You have to, like, open them or whatever, and you get all the objects seen here. When you start out and you evolve your creature, you don't get all the objects. You have to hunt for them. So let's see. The higher the sneak, the longer time you have. There we go, that's what I wanted. It's like a tree or something. It's a wood nymph. Alright, I'm just gonna leave that as is. I know those are not horns and they're supposed to be branches, but still, come on. This helps you with your jump and your sprint and stuff. This is for health, which I guess I should add because my guy is just... he's a plant eater. And they usually get attacked a lot. My health is doubled. I don't know if you add the health together for the turns. It doesn't, okay. Okay, I just want that there. That looks weird. And the best part about this whole thing is the flying. You can fly or glide for a certain amount of distance if you have wings. It's really, really cool. Other animals seem to just fly, but you can if you have wings. I don't get it. But yeah, you get to choose wings if you want to put it on your character, which I love doing. It's like one of the best abilities. You can use it to gain more ground, go to places where you can't normally reach. Should I get these, or should I get the other ones? I know I said I was going to do something different, but I love the bat wings. They're my favorite. I don't care. Babies are going to look weird, though. Yeah, you get to see baby versions of your creation. Actually, I'm going to look like this, so it looks like it's hugging him like he's Batman or something. Right. And you also have this for creepy creatures. Other little cute things you can use. I think I might put whiskers on it. Just because. If I can even fit them on. It looks like a catfish. There we go. That's adorable. Alright, but you're not done yet. First, after that, you have to go paint. By the way, hold on, before I even do that. Pay attention to this. It's a complexity meter. And it does exactly as it says. If the meter is full, when you can't add any more parts. So you have to watch it. Once it's full, you can't add any more things. Now with the normal Spore pack, you get these preset designs for coloring your creature. And the creepy creatures thing, you got some really cute designs and some really creepy ones. I like this one because it's all patched up. This one's just strange, and so is that one. So this one is like Frankenstein. I don't know why, but it's Frankenstein. It's really cool. Also, sometimes if you have a horrible computer like mine, it takes a while for your character to show up when you do that. It'll show up eventually, don't worry about it. And this is if you go in your library and you can have your creature painted like whatever. So let's say I wanted him to have the same paint job as I don't know if I can do that with machines. Let's say I wanted the same paint job as this guy. All you have to do is click on it, hit the check mark, and he would be painted. He would have the same color tone as that. It won't be the same body, but it would be the same color tone. And my character's lovely. He's got freckles, that's kind of adorable. Or you can make your own, in which you start. It gives you designs already, and you can also use your colors if you want to. Like if I click this, it will go into that design with that color. But you can always change the color, and it will keep that design. For example, if I chose this, after you load, it should still have that blocky look. See? Then you can add a code onto it and put stripes. You can have the stripes be purple if you wanted, and it will still be stripes, and you can change it. And then the details, you have to pay attention to these because these don't give very well. You have to experiment. Like some of these are just like highlights on it, and it makes it look cool. Some of these just add more, like this one in particular adds more roughness to it in scaly terms, which is cool. This one makes it look more like an amphibian to me, I don't know why. So it's hard to see it, but it gives you, each of these have its own distinct look, and it adds some character to your character. That, and once it's done loading for you, which I hope this does eventually, because I don't want, there we go. You can see if you are happy with the color. By the way, certain colors on these will change to certain types of colors on your animal. If you can see, the purple has effect on the tip of the snout. So if I just wanted, let's say this, the tip of the snout to still be orange. Sometimes that affects different parts of the body, even though the design isn't on that body. So if you want something specific, you have to kind of keep that in mind. It's kind of cool, though. If I'm too lazy, well, it's purple, but, you know, if I made it orange, the tip of the nose over here should be orange, the tip of the tail should be orange, even though it's a different design. Susan wants to stop loading. See how it's got orangey hues? And sometimes, depending on the eyes you get, that also depends, it changes the eye color. I don't know if that's the same with the base, but one of those layers do that. Anyway, I think I'm just gonna choose something. It's called the Frankenstein one. I don't know if I've ever used that. Like this one. If you're just lazy, they have a great selection of things you can use. I honestly like these, they're so cool. And it's just a combination of things they've already used. Come on. I like this one. You can use that for a holiday thing. You know what? I want it to be Frankenstein. I don't care what you say. So, once you're done with that, this one's kind of cool. It looks like vines. No, it looks like, ew, it's like transparent. You can see its guts. It's kind of cool. Hold on, I'm still shopping. I don't know what I want. Now let's say you're not happy with whatever they put over here. You can always go over here. I'm not sure if they have it highlighted. No, they don't. They don't have it highlighted. But let's say if you don't like it, you can always choose another pattern. I don't know what those brown dots are. I don't like them. Let's see if this can be it. Hopefully that will change it. Hopefully that's the right code or whatever. Hope I didn't get rid of the stitches, because the stitches are the best. But yeah, you can still have that, and then you can make it your own. Or you can even find the original designs and change the color of it. Like if I don't want those stitches to be green, I can make them yellow. That's cool. That's really cool. I like that. Let's make it. Can I make it this color? Or is it this color? Oh, and a little cute thing for the Galactic Adventures one. For the detail, they give you this. This is the only thing they add on the customization thing. And if you click that, it just makes your character like in a uniform. It's kind of cool, like a built-in uniform if you're too lazy to decorate it. Actually, I like it better orange. Hold on. I still want this to be cool, you know. I'm not just doing this willy-nilly. I think this is the... I have no idea what the hell that is. Let's make it something interesting. Just to make sure. Okay, that's the base for it. Okay. Oh, that's so much cooler. I need to get rid of those dots so I can like them. Want to have him have striped legs? Yeah, I'm just gonna give him striped legs. That'd be cool. So, once you're done with that, you can name a creature. I see. What should I name him? You can make up a name, like, and if you have no creativity, you can just click this. Swallar. I like that, Swallar. And if you want, you can add a description of it. If you want, you can add a description. Doesn't make much sense. And you could put tag it. This is usually if you're gonna share this creation on the thingy. Alright, so once you're done with that, you don't have to wait for loading. Then you want to test it out before you even consider saving it. So you can either use your mouse to direct it with the pointer and see how it moves. If you don't like the way it walks, you can always go back and change its legs or whatever. But this is how it's going to move in the game. Or you can use the arrows on your keyboard. It's kind of interesting to see this. It's like you're making your own character for a cartoon. This one's really cool. And with Spore, this only comes with Spore, they gave you all these, which tells you what to do. I'm not sure why they gave them weird icons, but these are all little things that you can make a creature do. Make it roar, punch, flip, sit, which they actually do in the game. They do sit sometimes. Call, which they do in the game. This is what you get to hear what the animal sounds like. Your character. And you will hear this again if you play as this character. This is dance moves. It's kind of funny to see him dance. They never dance in the game, unless you're here. You can hold your right clicker down and use that to direct your view of your creature when you're doing this too. Let me see other things. Okay. Here's some other ones. This will happen if your animal is scared. It won't shake like that, but that will happen. Or if they're angry. This will happen. Click this so it can look at you. It'll be direct. Walk. So you don't walk in place, I should say. Even though this is not really how it walks. Run in place. You change the background. I like this one. It's so whimsical. And you can give them babies here, so you get to see what their offspring look like. When you play the game and you have a character, they will have babies. So this is what the baby versions of them look like. It's kind of cute. You can also take pictures with this. Take a video, and it will let you post it on YouTube of your creation. You still won't have a wonderful voiceover like Bandicam. Capture an animated avatar. I'm not quite sure what that does. Actually, I've done it, but I don't quite know what that does. So just read the manual or wiki it for that. This shows the previous things you've done. You've taken pictures of in your album. Also, if you get the creepy and cute creatures pack, you get click the egg to also get rid of the baby. It's kind of sad. Now I'm sad I did that. So with the creepy and cute creatures pack, you also get new moves you can try out. What's the one? This one's cute. I always think that's cute. I don't know why. Yeah. Got scary ones. But this one's just actions, I think. Also, depending on what your animal has, see how high he jumped? That's because he has wings. And if he has a high jumping capacity, that will also help. If your creature has no wings and can't jump very high, he won't do that correctly. So the moves are accurate to what your creature's like. Ta-da. Oh no, not the beast! Oh, I wish I... You know what? Next time I'm naming an animal, I'm calling it Nick Cage, and I'm just doing that forever. So, yeah, you can play around with that. And once you're content with your creature and how it moves and stuff, unfortunately you never get to play it in-game, but if you play the game and you're in the creature mode, you might see your creation there and being itself. Alright, so when that's done, you can save it that way, you can make a new creation, you can exit out, or hit this, which just saves this creature, and you go back to the main menu. My computer hates me, so it takes forever to do things. For some reason, I can still hear it. I guess this would be going quicker on a faster computer. I'm not really sure why that is. Ugh. I'm sorry if this is taking too long. Let's play a game. I spy my little eye something orange. It's not a flower. Try again. Nope, that's a stupid idea. Ah, you're disgusting. Why would I even have that in my room? Okay, it was a pumpkin. It was a fake jack-o'-lantern. Alright, now that we're back, I could show you the rest of these, but I really don't want to, because the rest of it's tedious and you don't really know about the rest of it unless you start playing the game. So yeah. I only wanted to do that to show you to get the bearings of playing of making creatures, because that's the basis for this thing sometimes. Alright, I think I'm gonna end it here, because I think I've talked your ear off long enough. But when we come back, we get to choose a planet, and we get to start from the very beginning of life. By the way, when you see those little ships crossing, eventually when you get to the space stage, you get to do that, except I won't show you doing that, like at this range. And the creations that you see, those spaceships, are spaceships I have in my library somewhere. So everything you see is essentially something you make. Alright, so that's it. Sorry if this point was kind of boring. I promise you it will get a lot better when I start actually playing the game and you get to see how wonderful this game actually is. It's good for people who like, who are artists and like making their own realities and stuff. It's not really an action game, but it's very dramatic in some parts. And it's great for people who enjoy science and animals and evolution and culture and stuff. It's great in that way too. That's personally that's the reason I like it. So yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys later, and we get to start with the very first step of life.